swamps and everything as we go through it. 9 foot of water here. What we're going to run is about 4 or 5 foot deep here. Then once we get to those trees in the back of us, it's going to be about a foot, foot and a half deep. That's it. Okay? Big fish is a female gator does not reach sexual maturity until she's 6 foot in length. That's their food. The tail is white meat, the rest of it is darker meat. They're totally protected in here, and the legal month is only September in Louisiana and Harlem. Bullfrog. We got a lot of birds, you know, so as we go through here, we're going to see it. It's been a good day. You know, this weather has changed in the last, actually, we call it water lilies, Jacinthe d'eau in French. It's a bad plant, you know, because they take over and block up the area, but they are good plants. That's the reason why we have no smell in here. So, but they spray them with chemicals to kill them. And that's why when we go to the left, you'll see some of them brown because they spray them. And we don't freeze enough to kill them, so that's another problem.
Wunderschön.
And then go a little bit further with it. It could be a male, it could be a female. Antebellum homes, years ago, shingles on homes were built with, and nowadays you'll find people building furniture, cabinets, flooring, and stuff out of that. Now, cypresses, and it also acts like a base to support them to the bottom of the soil. So this swamp does not flood and dry like it did years ago.
Grab vor uns da.
That's called an anhinga bird. Like a cormorant, they have no oil in their feathers, so when you see them in trees with their wings open, they're drying off the flies. If they cannot fly, they dive in the water, and when they come up,
Das Schiff ist davor, aber vielleicht habe ich gleich ein bisschen etwas verwünscht.
We all had more of a smoother base. That's called your black tupelo gum tree. And it's a softwood, which is mostly used for carving purposes like duck carving. Now they lose their leaves in the wintertime also. And when they do, they create tannic acid. And that's why the water sometimes black in the swamps. The grain and trees, the moss, which is called Spanish moss or Spanish beard or whatnot, but it was also called tree hair. But it's an air plant, which is an epiphyte, it's not a parasite to the tree. The tree will only act like a host to support it. And years ago, it was taken by Henry Ford, stuffed in automobile seats, mattresses, cushions, chairs, rockers, sofas, weaved into rope, suture material, made walls out of it. Nowadays, your arts and crafts, your floors will use it for decoration purposes. Living is gray and it's soft like you see it here. If it gets wet, it turns green. And if it dies off, it turns black. And it looks just like horsehair. It gets real, real tough. But there's a lot of bugs that live in it. So when they put it in a mat, see them with the pointed tops, they're still growing, okay? But the flat tops, you all create shade from the leaves at the bottom, and they don't. And if it gets too bad, I got a motor that's air cooled, and it doesn't suck any water like these. That bird, that's a
oh yeah, I see it now turn.
Yeah, black crowned night heron walking. That's better known as a flying ribeye. That's pretty. When it's born, it's brown. Several years, and then it turns this color. You know, because it was hard to get to where I am right now. So then I'll...
Guck mal da. Siehst du ihn? Siehst du ihn? Das Krokodil da mit vor dir.
He's a zoo.
Glad you enjoyed it.
We got a bit of hang bag for Christmas.
We catch them for them. We used to go to restaurants and stores and hides to make your boots, purses, belts, bags, luggage, and stuff. As far as this is all freshwater, we have largemouth bass, crappie, bluegill, brim, perch, you know, catfish and everything. We got some nutria in here, which is the second largest rodent in the world. We haven't been seeing them. We might see them, we might not. Well, if an alligator starts to chase you, you run zigzag. They can't keep up with you. And I hate to say it, but if you can't run zigzag, then hopefully the person that's with you is slower, but if they're not, you trip them before they pass you. Of age and their cousins and their daughters.